Okay, next topic is slope of a tangent line using the definition. This is the one you guys struggle on because of all the algebra involved. They're longer problems. Okay, you're going to expect one of these on the quest because we've done a lot of it. Uh, now, finding the derivative using the definition, not the power rule. Okay, that means you're actually going to use that complicated formula. Now, we did a number of these in class. You did a number of them on homework where you had to actually plug in the point. But this one, we're actually focusing on what we did in class because we want to find the slope of the graph at any point. So this is where we use the complicated equation. Now, you know the derivative here, right? You kind of know what the answer already has to be, but the point of this question is actually to go through the algebra. Using the power rule, you know that the slope of the tangent line or the derivative would be 2x. So the point of this is to actually go through the algebra and prove that it's equal to 2x. Okay. Now I'm going to go down to the bottom of my thing here. X squared plus 3. Okay. I'm doing number 9 without a calculator. My equation was x squared plus 3. Okay. Now I'm going to go through our steps that we've always gone through. Our derivative is the limit as h approaches 0. Remember, that's an incremental change in x. That's what h is. That infinitesimal change in x of f of x plus h minus f of x, looks a lot like the slope formula, over h. Now, our first step has always been to find f of x plus h. This is the hardest part. Okay? F of x plus h means I'm plugging in x plus h in for x in my formula. Okay? So that x squared now is not just x squared, it's x plus h squared. And I'm adding 3 at the end because that's what the formula for f of x is. Okay? So continuing to the right here, just to make it simple, x plus h squared, if you got to do that off to the side, x plus h squared is x plus h times x plus h. If you don't know the shortcut, go ahead and FOIL it out. You're going to get xh in the middle, xh on the outside, and h squared. So this becomes x squared plus 2xh plus h squared, right? So x squared plus 2xh plus h squared plus the 3. Okay? That is the end of my first line. I can't simplify any of that. Look over that and make sure you can't simplify it. None of those are like terms. Okay, my next line is to just write out what f of x is. And we already know what f of x is. It's x squared plus 3. Okay. Next line is actually we're finding the difference of those two lines, right? We're going to subtract the first line minus the second line. So f of x plus h minus f of x. I have you do all this separately because you guys get confused when you have it all together. We've done this we've done this at least 10 times in class and on homework, probably another 5 or 6 times, okay? So we're going to subtract this all minus this. Let me write this all out. X squared plus 2xh plus h squared plus 3 minus x squared plus 3. So when we subtract that, we get x squared minus x squared, right? Will just give us, that will cancel that out. But the negative subtracted, multiplied to the 3 gives minus 3. We're just going to subtract this 3 out. So you're going to get 2xh plus h squared. If you want to go ahead and factor that, factor the h out, you get 2x plus h in there. Okay, my next step, now that is the numerator of my derivative, right? But my derivative is actually f prime of x is the limit as h approaches 0 of h times 2x plus h all over h. The wonderful thing here is the h cancels out. So we get the limit as h approaches 0 of 2x plus h. H goes in for 0, and we just get 2x plus 0, which is 2x. So that is my derivative. Now remember, we thought the derivative would be 2x, right? And indeed, I got the same answer. If for some reason you get 3x there, or you get 2x plus 7, or something like that, you know you weren't correct. Go back and look at your algebra. I need to see that you've subtracted out that 3 and it's gone, right? I need to see that the x squared cancels out. I need to see that you've simplified that to this. I need to see that then you factor out the h, you plug it into your derivative formula, you cancel out the h. I need to see your 0 went in here for h, and you got 2x. That proves to me that you understand how the derivative formula works, and then it backs up what you know about the power rule, okay? Now, that's part A for number 9. Okay, we did number 9A. We're going to do number 9B. I want to find the slope at a specific point. Now, we know f prime of x is 2x. So that's my answer for part A. Part B, I'm plugging in x equals 3 because we're going to find the derivative at the actual point 3 comma 12. Okay, so at 3 comma 12, we know x is 3. I've got my formula for slope, though. My f prime of x, but x is 3. That goes in for f prime of x is 2 times 3, so 6. That means the slope of my tangent line at 3 in this function is 6. Okay, that's the slope of my tangent line. That answers my question. All you're doing is plugging in the x value. Okay, that means if you were to look at the graph, it would have a slope of 6 for our tangent line at x equals 3. Okay, I'm going to stop this video and make another video for the other one.